Drivers, wherever you may be, I wish you a fantastic afternoon. It's Wednesday. This video certainly went viral yesterday. I know a lot of my fellow YouTubers made a video. I would have loved to have pushed something out right away. I was busy. I'll tell you what I was busy with just now. But you see this dude here in the back, right? You see him there? Yeah, exactly. This guy decides to get undressed, in the car. This is a Lyft driver, apparently. I didn't watch the entire story. I just watched the sort of the fight scene, right? The action, and what triggered it off. And then his girlfriend on this side, she seems to be out of it. She looks like a little, I shouldn't judge her, but she looks like a little tweaker, like a little addict. And I think this guy's been rushed somewhere because he's been told to drive. The driver's told to be drive fast, right? And that's something I just wouldn't do. I just wouldn't break the rules like this guy. Go down the side, go this, and he's like crying like a little baby in the back. Listen, the moment, how are you? Yes, you are. The moment you've got a guy who starts getting undressed and tells you to drive fast, that should be the first sign of alarm. Hi, Tim Odom, how are you? Hi, the leaders. But where I think this Lyft driver made a huge mistake, hi, Conrad, is that he said, if you disrespect me, or if you disrespect my sort of driving style, then. Now, that triggered this guy at the back, that he probably was never respected in his life. I'm just taking a wild guess. So that hit a nerve with him when he said, if you disrespect me, and it probably really means that he was disrespected most of his life. He then immediately, watch this, right? He's like crying like a baby right now in the back there.
Sorry, man, I can't get in front of the car that are in front of me.
So like I can't get in front of the car.
There's 2 lanes. You don't see it?
You shouldn't have even have said that. I can't get in front of the car. Should have just kept driving quiet, just remain calm. See, you could have gone through that hole right there. You could have gone around the outside. Now, if you're going to be disrespectful, at that moment, you're opening it up. There we go. Right there and then. Okay. So right there and then, this guy just invited him in. If you're going to be disrespectful, if a guy takes off his shirt and starts telling you to drive fast, you pull over, you get out the car. You get out the car, right? You especially don't let the guy get onto the outside before you and start punching you through the window, because you're a sitting duck, my friend, right? So if you feel that something is off, pull over, stop, get out, and then instruct them, give them directions, get out, and make it public, right? Let the public hear, get out of my rideshare car, get out of my Lyft car. You publicly alarm everyone that you have a big problem going on. This guy, in my eyes,
Hey, you too.
Honestly, I would have done it very different, because the trigger mechanisms, when you study the trigger mechanisms, when you tell a person, hey, don't disrespect me, right? It may say that, or the guy may feel like, hey, he's being disrespected. Trevina, John, Conrad, Attila, Morrow, how are you? So don't engage. Pull over, right, and get out. Don't give him any alarm, like notice. Pull over, pull out, and then get the public involved. Get out, right? I did that once when I had a psycho ex-boyfriend follow my girlfriend. She's my girlfriend. Got in the car, and I had a convertible Alfa Romeo Spider, and he followed us. And I said, just hang tight, just keep your seatbelt on, things are going to change very, very quickly. I knew the guy had bad intentions, right? So not even coming up to the red light, I pulled over, got out the car, ran up to his window, and literally opened the door and pulled the guy out. So, which completely shocked him, which completely took him by surprise, right? And it's the element of first surprise. This guy was going to go down. You know, he was a stalker. He was texting her vile language. He was threatening her. And you got to make the first move. In this case, this guy should have got out, pulled over, stopped, got out of the car, get out, get the public involved, right? But what he did was he said, stop disrespecting me, which triggers the word disrespect. This guy, this tweaker, this druggie with his shirt off was never respected. And now I come to my main point. Uber will start deactivating riders with low ratings, right? You start right there. You start going through all the stories and the scenarios where drivers reported thugs like that, and you clean ship, you spring clean, you get them all out. Those people should never, right, ever be in the back of a car again. Next time they might have a knife, next time they have a gun. So you spring clean and get all that riffraff shit out. Excuse my language, but they do not deserve to be in the back of your car, right? Again, that driver, the moment he saw that guy take his shirt off, he knew there was something coming. Follow your gut instinct, pull over, stop the... You have the phone, just stop, take the keys, get out the car with your phone and switch off and say, get out, get the public involved, get out of the car right now. Dustin's in the house. Yeah, I saw a lot of YouTubers do this yesterday. I just didn't have a chance, but I wanted to do it in conjunction with this topic, Dustin, which is Uber will start deactivating riders with low ratings. Listen, if they deactivating us drivers with a 4.6 something, right? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. It's got to work both ways. You got to have a level playing field, my friends, right? So, Bajinda Kolon, Smakovich time. Yep, exactly. These type of scenarios, I truly don't wish them upon anyone, my friends. It's just, you know, it's just not on, right? It's just not on. Again, I'm going to go to the screen here again. This was prior to the moment where this guy here took his shirt off. You can see how oily and how fucked up he is, really. I mean, look at his face, look at his sweat. And this guy has already got, his eyes show fear. Look at that. He's scared. He knows something's going down. If you know something's going down, pull over, get out, stop it, get the public involved. This guy is a sitting duck, my friends. Should not happen. So learn from this. Please, please learn from this. This guy knows something is off. Why is he speeding through traffic? Why is he following this idiot's instructions? Makes no sense. Stop, get out, get the hell out of my car. I'm dialing 911 right now. That's it, and start. So you put the fear into the person. Get the public involved. I have a problem in my car. Get the public involved. People will back you up if they see there's a problem, right? They'll come to your aid. But this guy did all the wrong moves in my eyes. This guy shouldn't have been in there, which goes back to the point, right, that Uber will start deactivating riders with low ratings. Uber is now requiring the same good behavior from riders that has long been expected from its drivers, right? And Uber riders have always had ratings, but they were never really at risk of deactivation until now, and Lyft should follow suit. Starting today, riders in the United States and Canada are now at risk of deactivation if their rating falls significantly below a city's average, right? That comes on the heels of that story yesterday. So they say, obviously, if drivers are rating people like that, is 1 star, 2 stars, that's got to be a problem, right? Why didn't they act on this years and years and years ago? Why didn't they clean the riffraff, the scum out years and years and years ago? Why do they need incident, assault after assault, rape after rape, when they know that the rider's rating is low and they're still taking that trip and they're still putting a driver in another possible dangerous position, right? Should have stopped the trip and recommended an ambulance and took off if he wanted to go faster. Exactly. Anthony Mayers, riders should have to have a government document attached to their account. Thank you for sharing. Now, starting today, riders in the United States and Canada are now at risk of deactivation. We've just said that respect is a two-way street. I use that word a lot, respect. If you lose respect, if you lose my respect, like Dara Kay and the executives have, they've lost my respect, right? Super hard to earn respect back. But respect is a two-way street, my friend, and so is accountability, right? We also have to hold them accountable for their actions. Uber head of safety, brand, and initiatives, Kate Parker, wrote in a blog post, drivers have long been required to meet a minimum rating threshold, which can vary city to city. While we expect only a small number of riders to ultimately be impacted by ratings-based deactivation, it's the right to do so, right? You know, they say a small number of riders, anyone 4.65 in my eyes or lower, out, off the platform. You know, you have no right to be there. You were obviously penalized during several trips. You probably acted like an arsehole on many trips. Get them out. Exactly, right? So for drivers, they face a risk of deactivation if they fall below 4.6. That's us, according to documents from 2015. Though average ratings are city-specific, Uber, however, is not disclosing the average rider rating, right? Uber is not disclosing the average rider rating, but says any rider at risk of losing access will receive several notifications and opportunities to improve his or her rating. Why are you giving arseholes like this guy in the car? Read this. You're giving them opportunity after opportunity to increase their ratings. That means that Uber is truly really not taking the driver's side and deactivating the riders. They're giving them too many opportunities, right? That guy reported needs to be out. So Jay Haynes says, I would be doing time if that was me. He's a nutty whacker. Likewise, I don't think it would have ended well in that scenario had I been the driver. But that's just my 25 cents. John Seeker, how long does it take a rider to get a 5-star rating? I have 10 rides myself, all 5-star, and my rating is 4.6. Okay, so here is a good question by a rider. Out of those 10 rides, you may have got 9 5s and got 1 2, right? And then you automatically drop to a 4.6. So, you know, usually you get a very good average after about 20 to 50 rides. I wouldn't say that 10 rides reflects you in true honesty, John. So, you know, keep on taking trips, and, you know, you're a rider, and we have a rider checking in with us, right? Telling us, disclosing that he took 10 rides. You think they're all 5 stars, but your rating is 4.6. My theory there is that you had about 9 5-star ratings and maybe one that was a 1 or a 2 for some reason, right? Now, for example, Uber will offer tips to riders around encouraging polite behavior and keeping the car clean. Ultimately, we expect this to impact only a very small number of riders. The spokesman said this is part of Uber's refreshed community guidelines, which will appear front and center on the Uber app and require confirmation of acknowledgement. So riders have to acknowledge this. Hey, safety, respect for all of us, Uber's community guidelines, treat everyone with respect, help keep one another safe, follow the law. And then underneath, I understand. That's what the rider's agreeing to, right? That he understands the law and he understands that he could be deactivated. So that is appearing on the rider screen. Chris King, I keep maze and a knife on me. Likewise, I have a big police-issued maze in the center console and on the left side, so I can do left hand, right hand, whatever I need to do. It's a big, big thing like this. I can share it with you sometimes. I got it from the LAPD. And And you know what? There is no problem closing your eyes for a few seconds and unloading that thing in the car and just getting out, right? Because the rider is going to be stuck in a mist of awful stinging tear gas, right? And I've used it. I've used it in South Africa when I was attacked by two guys. I used mace, police mace, and it worked beautifully. The guys were falling all over the show. They were falling on the street. They hit the pavement. They fell onto the pavement, crying like little kids, right? And I unloaded that whole sucker. Problems occur if it's a windy day. So be very careful. If the wind's against you, it ain't a good thing. But thank God that wasn't a windy day. Guys, this is huge, my friend. This stuff here can never, never happen, okay? Again, this guy here, Mr. Tweaker in the back, undressed, golden chains, ready for trouble, full on drugged up, just crying. You can see he's just moaning and groaning, right? He wants to get to the hospital. This guy, you could see it in his eyes. He's stressed, my friends. He's really, really stressed. So at that moment, hey, I know I have a problem. You got to stop it there and then, right? If this guy tells him to speed, hey, arsehole, I would have gone through there, go around the outside, speed. Then he takes his shirt off. At that moment, right? Let's just play this one more time. You know, you see that hole right there? Go around the outside. She's trying to calm him down. If you're going to be disrespectful, that triggered him. There we go. Boom. Right? If you're going to be disrespectful. This guy was never respected any time during his life, right? So that's the word that triggered him. He never felt respected. So you're going to disrespect me. He took it personal and said, I'm being disrespected, right? I've never been respected. I'm being disrespected once again. Trigger mechanism. Guy sitting in the car, open window, huge mistake. Sitting duck, the guy can just fire through the window randomly, and he's in his seatbelt. He ain't gonna go anywhere, right? You got to get out, remove yourself from the problem, get the public involved. Have a whistle, a sharp whistle, right? Now he's sitting there. He's lucky. He's sitting there. He's lucky. And if we've shared that mug face, right? We've shared that mug face.
Also on the left, you can see
there we go. Sorry, this was a video that was on the YouTube video that I highlighted. But you know, Uber, start deactivating riders with this type of riffraff right away. Don't even give them a chance. And George Marrero, I'm going to take a couple of messages here. All new drivers start out with 5.0. After so many rides, like 500, they compare you with other drivers. I got over 5,000 rides, 4.93, 2018 riders preferred, $500 bonus, if you could call it that. Okay, cool. Thank you for sharing, my friends. Conrad Alanuyi, prime example for needing an emergency button and not quiet please button. There we go. You know, shut up and drive mode. I mean, it's happened to me already, but, you know, that will trigger certain drivers that they feel disrespected. Hey, I got to keep quiet, right? You just the rider's disrespecting me. That may trigger a massive problem. T. James, why do some men and women insist on sitting behind the driver in a small eco car? I'm a pretty tall guy, so I have to move my seat back further so they have less room. I don't get it. I really like that suggestion, right? So you're a big guy. Why not, if you don't want a big guy to get into the car, why not put your seat back further so you're automatically facing that guy? You could, you're forcing that guy to sit on the other side. You could say, hey, on that side there's more leg room if you want to. You make a suggestion, right? So that they don't sit behind you. You're being polite. You're not saying, hey, you have to sit over there. Hey, I won't drive you if you are sitting behind me. No, you're making it sort of impossible. You're giving him a little room. Maybe his lady fits behind there, but you're sort of saying, hey, there's more space on the right-hand side. When I do private trips, my seat is back a little further. I never have issues with private trips, knock on wood. But the big guys that get in, they tend to go where there's more leg room, right? That's a fact. So great suggestion there. Good day, Professor Payman Ali. Good day to you, my friend. Good to see you here. Marwan, hello. How are you? Marwan has many stories to tell. Tell us, my friend. Email us. I highlight good stories. I highlight good recordings. I get videos every day. I get screenshots every day. I go through all of them, folks. It's not like I don't look at them or disrespect them. I respect every email and text message, and I get back to the person. Thank you for sharing. I can include that in a video. Thank you for that story. Cool. I did not know that, right? So Tommy says we need pictures and real names of riders now. 100% correct. Uber and Lyft, we need pictures and real names of riders right now, period, right? I also saw that one of the big execs who actually makes more than the Uber CEO, Derek Kay, he resigned. He's like, hey, I was the first employee that Travis employed. I became a director. I was a CEO for a while. I'm missing the name. Help me out. And he made more than 40-something million, right? Salary-wise. By the way, cut that in half. Cut Dara and him in half. They have $90 million annual salary. You know, together they should not be making more than 40 million. Free up that 50 million and put that 50 million, like I've always said, into security and upgrading the apps on security, right? No one should go through that. No one should be assaulted. No woman should be raped, period. So give up 50 million of your damn salaries right now to improve safety. I've had it. I have absolutely had it with these executives at Uber and Lyft who think the sun shines out of their asses and that they deserve this mega money. I say BS, right? Why should you be earning 90 million? Derek Kay, had he got the 120 billion IPO, would have made 200 million. How do people think, right? That out of all those, the staff in San Francisco, their average hourly wage is $102. That's with the mega earners and with the small guy who's just programming, right? They're making 102. And we can barely here now make 10 an hour, right? With these latest cuts. I showed you 50-60% now of our fares. And here these guys have an average of $102. I read it up yesterday. I'm going to do another video on the S1 filing. Has anybody taken the time to read the Uber S1 filing before the IPO? It'll blow your mind that even Derek Kay put a panel together to find where he could trim the fat and cut back and cut back. No, you didn't. You took care of yourself. You took care of your ego self. You took care of your selfish self. You did not take care of your drivers. It's sad, my friends. And hence, all I can say, get prepared. Be ready. Just be ready. By the way, my friends, I do want to share something really cool with you. Yesterday, at the auction, I bought a gorgeous, and I'm talking gorgeous, mint condition, 1968 Cadillac Fleetwood, right? The 60 version, the like the executive luxury version. And I wanted to surprise some of my VIP guests in this car. It is immaculate. The seats, not a single scratch. The leather inside, the trimmings, the hood liner, everything on this car just smells luxury, right? So I'm excited. I want to use it in one of my videos on PCH, driving by the ocean. I may offload it. I will easily make $15,000 on this car, easily, right? Like that. Not even hesitating. I'll sell this car, listed on 5 or 6 websites. What I got it for and what I would sell it for, I will absolutely make a minimum of $15,000. But first, I'm going to enjoy it for the summer. Go a little bit of cruising, right? And I want to use it in the new videos for the new company. So she's a beauty. 1968, my birth year, right? So that has a lot of sentimental value to me right there, my birth year. And she's gorgeous. All the chrome, all the interior, high gloss black on the outside. It's one sexy beast, my friends, right? And I would never allow riffraff like that guy yesterday with that shirt off to get in this car. No, you're not getting inside of this car. Uber is like the Lakers being mismanaged. Yeah. Thank you, my friend. Great faith. You guys are going to see some cool videos. Guys, 7-liter engine, right? Gets 8.9 miles per gallon. This sucker. Mucho gasolina, maso gasolina. This sucker is gonna drink me poor. She's a guzzler. Goat rideshare, can't wait. Yes, I'm building the hype up to Independence Day, 4th of July. Huge, huge announcements, my friends. And I've been opening up the wallet. I mean, I've asked the team to drop certain things that they are doing right now, other projects that I'm working on, real estate projects and that, and focus all the efforts in the next 30 plus days on making the big announcement, the fundraising platform, the website, et cetera, where people can get involved so that they can steer this new company, and they can truly say it was formed by drivers for the public. And the platform that we're launching there is GOAT, greatest of all time. Doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be the name of the company. The drivers get to vote on the name, and we're going to put a lot of names out there. I've also taken note in the last live session. A couple of names have already been dropped. Sunshine Rideshare was a nice name. I liked it. It sounded beautiful. Sunshine Rideshare. So that's one of the suggestions that was put out there. Another one, I think he said, call the company Black Eye, so that Uber and Lyft are always reminded there's black eyes coming after them. Thought that was quite funny. Omar Pizarro, a mí me gusta la gasolina. Yes, exactly. She's a gasolina guzzler, my friend Omar. She's gonna take the dollar notes out of my wallet, this thing. But it's okay. You know, this is not like you're driving 24/7 in this thing. A couple of trips, cruise with my kids, cruise down to Malibu in this baby. Massive, long battleship. You should see it from the back. You should see the chrome. I like these like sharky type of fins that come out the front and the sharky fins that come out the back. One sexy Cadillac. It was the Lux car back then. JFK had one of these. Elvis Presley had one of these. Now, Rideshare Professor has a huge piece of steel on his property. And there you can see right in the background there is my Cadillac, right? This one is being fine-tuned and tuned up at my mechanic that I've been with since 2002. So, did you wrap the bumper? No. The bumpers are all original chrome. Everything on this car is original, including the miles, 74,000 original miles, right? There are a few little scratches that I have to buff out and clean up, right? Drive Town says, love the GOAT idea. Exactly. I'm loving it more every day. And for me to pull off some of my guys that are working on my tech team off other projects and say, focus, build, right? Because the one thing we can't afford to do, like Trip made announcements in mid-2018. They're going to launch, July, November, then December they were going to launch, then January 2019 they were going to launch. We're at the end of May, and I have still to date this coming soon bullshit. Drivers lose faith, right? If you come out, you got to move things forward. That's why when we start setting up the platform where the drivers participate and steer this new company, right? And by the way, this company, I'll little spoiler alert, it'll be obviously for passengers, but it's also going to be cargo, parcels, little deliveries that you can do here and there, quick little deliveries where the booker, the person who needs something moved, could be a dress, could be, hey, pick up a pair of shoes, right, in Beverly Hills, Rodeo Drive, whatever it is, right? You get the chance to pick up that package and deliver, right? Because it's the same monetized trip, but some people just need things very quickly within an hour or two, and they can't get FedEx or Amazon or companies like that to get it as fast as they can. So I want to really include that there. Obviously, there's no safety issue right there, right? Because you don't have a human who's going to go nuts like that guy yesterday. And then they also have to agree in the terms of conditions that there's no contraband, there's no drugs and any type of stuff in those parcels, and that the company, that our new company, has the right even to open up something if they think it's suspicious, right? So humans transporting real people from A to B and transporting real legal cargo, packages, parcels, dresses, caviar, champagne, whatever it is, from A to B. You should be given a shot at it, just like the Amazon drivers, right? And get paid well for it, right? And I'm not talking a BS 50-50 or a 60-40 split. You know, I'm talking a healthy 75-25 split. Kenneth Morrison, my friend, how are you? Kita me. You should be CEO Uber. I wouldn't take the position. I appreciate you for saying that, Kita me. I wouldn't take the position. I am not in love with that company anymore, right? I do very, very well with Uber. I do very, very well with Lyft. I figured out still today how to really make money with them, right? But I've lost so much respect for both of these companies because of their greed, right? Their greed has taken over, right? All they were interested in day and night was this IPO. And although the stock is down, although their shares are both down, they're filthy, filthy rich. Casanova says, I don't care about Lyft's or Uber's terms of service. At the end of the day, you are on your own. I protect myself. Good thinking. Jack Lee, 2 duplexes coming available, Sunland, California. Not a real estate site, buddy. Sorry, Jack Lee, you're in the wrong movie here. This is the rideshare movie. This is our house. So I will, unless you're offering that to drivers, right? But then be specific. But this is not a rental advertising site where apartments, guest houses, studios, homes, you know, go to Craigslist, go to Facebook Marketplace. Not here, Jack Lee. Thank you. Conrad Alanugi says, ride with the goat. I love it. Payment Ali, greed is their defining characteristic. Absolutely correct, right? And I would say that to their face. South Coast rideshare master Uber will be a bygoner by better rideshare companies in the future. No need to put good people as a CEO of Uber that's only interested in, what does he say? In feeding shareholders. Correct. So Great Faith says, please let me know when you're up and running. Putting your email out there. Okay, I'll email you. Thank you. I prefer you email me because I don't go through all the threads, Great Faith, and write down the emails and numbers. I don't have the time for that. If you can text or email me, my text and my email are under all my videos. You're more than welcome to send me. You know, just tell me, hey, keep me informed, or put you on the list, or hey, I have something to share with you. Could you possibly make a video of this? Yeah, I mean, feel free to use our house as a platform, my friends, to share, express yourself, make suggestions. That's what this is here for, right? We're here to grow. We're not going backwards, my friend. We're going forwards, right? And we're not even going 2 steps forward, 1 backward. We're going 3 steps forward each and every single time, right? I don't believe in like the formula, making a little progress, going back a little, going forward a bit more, going back a little. No, we want to go forward. We want to steer this forward. And this type of input is super, super valuable. I need your secrets. You're welcome. Let's sit down. Invite me for a good lunch or dinner and I'll share some of my secrets with you. Yeah. Barry Andrews, Lyft has high deductibles during accidents, $2,500. Lord. They really don't want you to go through them, right? So you have a little fender bender at the back, damages of $400. They say you turn to us, you have a $2,500 deductible. That's what I have to say. Robert Marugi, what's up, Professor? Detroit, Michigan here. Yeah, thumbs up, everyone, for Robert's in the house from Detroit, Car City. I wonder if this car was made in Detroit, my new Caddy. It's not new. It's a 1968. It's exactly 50 years old. Janet, Sweetie Lyft in the house. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. And thank you for saying hi to everyone else. We're in our house. We're having fun. We're sharing stories. You saw this incident go viral yesterday with that guy beating up that driver. All I can say, that Lyft driver made a lot of mistakes. He waited too long, should have stopped it a long time ago, gotten out of the car. He saw all the red flags, guy taking his shirt off, guy telling him to speed, stop the trip. Don't do what this idiot tells you to do, right? You're buying into his danger. You're buying into his disregard for the law, and you are breaking the law by speeding through the traffic to get this, again, we're not an ambulance. We're not ambulances, and we should never feel guilty and feel like we got to rush them like an ambulance to the hospital. It's not our duty. We can get them to ER, but on our terms. And if they start dictating their terms, you stop the trip, right? This guy, the moment he took his shirt off, that's it. You pull over, get out, you beat him to it. Get out the car and bring the public in. But the guy made a huge mistake by telling the guy, and you never ever do this, if you disrespect me, then I will stop the trip, right? It is fine if you don't tolerate disrespect. It's perfectly fine. I don't. But you don't verbalize it, my friend, not to a passenger, because there are, out of 100 passengers, there are more than 50 that always felt disrespected in life, and they get triggered by that. Did you see the moment he said the word, if you disrespect me, the guy lost his mind because he was never, ever respected himself, and that triggered him, and he started fighting. So don't go into that territory. Oh, Ashton, if I could show you what Ashton wrote, I don't know, Ashton Tucker, how old you are, but if a 2-year-old could write, that's what they would say, right? You don't have to share your toilet scene with us. Here's some wacko with weird fantasies in our house. You're done, you're out. You use the word toilet. I am now officially flushing Ashton Tucker down the toilet for his silly 2-year-old behavior. Goodbye. Flush. There you go. You guys didn't even want me to read that out, what this disgusting pig had to say. Anyway, he's got some weird timeout. We flushed him away. Or, how to toilet handles, you can pull them down, you can pull them this way, or you can go that. There's 3 ways to operate a toilet handle. So I just flushed him 3 times, baby. Alan Cassidy, Sinbin, Keto Me. Also, please add my channel. That's cool, I will. There we go. I just added you, buddy. The Den story, I did see that. Right? If I have the time, I will do it. If I have the time, I'll do it. Tommy Byfoot on Greyhound. Okay. Conrad says, I had a passenger who urinated in my car. She was on acid. We were a few addresses down from a final pool destination. In the parking lot, after she made a mess, she said, just leave, dude. Unbelievable. I would have made them clean up the mess. I really would have. Just sad. Just sad that some people get in the car all drugged out. I mean, you should see that. Don't you see their eyes? Don't you see their behavior? They're like Red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. Sober up. You're not getting in this car. If the HGFDD says, if the rider wants to smoke or vape, nicotine patches only allowed. I like that. Nicotine patches only allowed. Awesome. Very good one. Professor Flush. Yeah, I just have like 3 modes. The down flush, side flush, forward flush. 3 ways to flush a toilet. We just got rid of this one little 2-year-old. M. Sawyer, how are you? That is the attitude. Yep. We all should have good attitude. Rick Reviews. I should carry some nicotine patches in the car. Yeah, hand them out. Free nicotine patches to the smokers. You ask them, hey, are you a smoker? Yeah. Free nicotine patch sponsored by Nicotex. Let's see. What do we have? David W. says, I don't mind vaping, but they have to ask. David, I would, again, just my opinion, just my advice, I would not tolerate any form of vaping. That stuff gets into your vinyl, gets into your seats, gets into your hood liner, and you know what? You're setting up a problem with the next passenger, you just need, people have different sense of smells, right? I don't have the greatest sense of smell, but I know people that pick up and say, oh, that's that and that perfume, or somebody smoked in this car, or somebody, you don't want to set yourself up for problem after problem because you're tolerating vapors in the car, my opinion. You, of course, it's your car. I have no right to tell you what you do in your car. I'm just sharing my opinion. David W., thank you. Right, Chef 411, flaming in the house again. Dewey Fisher. Hello, brother Torsten. Hello, brother Dewey. How are you? How's your day going? Okay, let me tell you something about vape, guys. And he's 100% right. South Coast Rideshare Master, vape is worse than cigarettes, pure nicotine. What vape does, and this is already scientifically proven because they've been studying the changes in the lung. They call it popcorn lungs, right? Smoking, you accumulate tar, like heavy smokers who do 40, 50 cigarettes a day over 10, 15, 20 years, they accumulate tar. And they found that they've opened up the dead bodies and that, and they found cups and cups full of tar. So it just builds up like a clogged toilet. With vaping, little holes, tiny little, they call them popcorn holes. They call them popcorn lungs, right? Start forming inside the lung. Way more harmful. We're only a few years into vaping, way to 5, 10 years down the line on vaping, and the medical industry, the pharmaceutical industry are going to be smiling. They're going to be making a lot of money. So I would highly, highly suggest cutting out smoking, cutting out vaping. If you want to add years to your life, I would highly advise not allowing smokers or vapors in your car. I would highly recommend you stop smoking and vaping for the sake of your family, for the sake of your kids, period. Just not worth it, right? Show up healthy, live longer. That's my motto. Good looking, honky, I like that. Evil people get away with everything. I hope not. I hope we hold evil people accountable. I hope there is such a thing as karma. I don't like evil people going around doing evil things to children, to elderly, to kids, to anyone. So hopefully, evil people do not get away with everyone. That's just my reply to you there. Joanne, minor passenger is a quick no-show fee. Dark. I only allow eucalyptus oil in my car. I like that. What I do is just I have it everywhere. I have these things all over the house. This oxygenates the brain, eucalyptus, repairs the lungs, and is amazing. Eucalyptus, it's natural, right? So 2-3 drops, watch like this here. Let me show you. See this, guys? I'll put 2-3, watch here. Do you see it? 1, 2, 3. On the left side, driver's side, and then 1, 2, 3 on the passenger side. And then I reach forward, I hit the floor vents and let that circulate around. Right now I'm sitting in a spa. I'm doing a video spa. Should do this every day. Oh, my brain is being oxygenated. My goat brain is being oxygenated. Eucalyptus, baby. My goat brain is being oxygenated. Oh, it's beautiful. Uber gave me $100.50 cleaning up fee, but I still smells a day later after the shampoo. Yeah. Got to drive a lot. Every time you get the opportunity, all 4 windows down, carpet cleaner, chemicals, and they get it out, get it out, get it out. It's sadly, it sits there for 2-3 days. Philadelphia in the house, rideshare helper, how are you? Torsten brand Eucalyptus sold for 5-star rating and a 20% tip. Dude, it works. Just trust me on this. Trust me, especially if a female passenger gets in your car. They've all been to spas. They've all been for massages. They know this. They automatically, psychologically think they're being pampered. You know, this is the one they use in spas, right? In all the big hotels and spas around the world, this is it, Eucalyptus. And you look up the benefits of things like eucalyptus and other oils, what benefits it has for the body. And I'm talking about the natural extract, not the really watered down one, but the real pure ones. Can be a few dollars more expensive, but well worth it. Baking soda cleanup, yeah. Use synthetic alcohol to clean. Good suggestions, all great suggestions. Dewey Fish, anyone having trouble hearing sounds, voice navigation, and pings on Uber and Lyft apps on your S9 Plus phone? Cool, maybe somebody has an S9 and can share. Johnny Asalian, greetings from Orlando. Orlando's in the house. Shout out to you, my friend Johnny. Nice to have you here. Casanova, just come on board when we launch this site. I'm not gonna, there's one site is gonna be launched, which is the platform where everybody is gonna participate on. Then on the 4th of July, we're opening up the funding platform. And then the next step, the third step, is the name of the company. There we go. Thank you, Kido. I appreciate you. Barry 4B, what brand is your eucalyptus? I use 2 or 3 brands. I have a 365 from Whole Foods, the Now, N-O-W, Now, and then the most expensive one I use is from Italy. It's called Argital, A-R-G-I-T-A-L. So let me write down the brands. These are the ones I buy. And sometimes, like this one here, guys, I don't have any interest in this, so I'm not making money here by promoting. This one is 2 fluid ounces, right? But you want to get the most important thing of this is that you want to get a dripper. See that dripper there? Watch here, guys. Point, 2 drops. You put 2 drops on the left side, on the right side of your of the front of the car, and do the vents. This thing lasts you a few months, right? So you're looking at about $7-8, and those little synthetic cleaners cost several dollars and are gone after a week or 2. So you get way more mileage. It's not chemical, right? There's no reactions, no side effects on this versus the synthetic ones. And then there was a very interesting article recently on Sense. I made a video. I'm going to probably launch that tonight. It's already pre-made. I'm going to push it out. And the driver should always have the say on Sense. It's your car, your rules, my friend. So whatever you like is what you should do. Seriously, it's your car, right? And if you feel like, hey, I personally love driving around with the eucalyptus smell, peppermint or tea tree. And, you know, I'm not going to let the industry or the rider dictate, or they want pine scent or artificial pine scent. BS. My car, my rules, right? So there was a reporter who did a an article, which I'm going to push out tonight, which was like pro the rider and said that us drivers are putting these people in possible asthmatic conditions or subjecting them to asthmatic conditions by forcing our sense on them. Here, whoever wrote that article, that's 1 in 1 million who might have had a reaction, and you still haven't proven if they had a reaction to that scent. I can tell you that's what always will play it safe. Eucalyptus has no side effects, right? So nice, Dave the Pro. Very kind of you to say that on the S9, turn up the alarm volume on the phone. I had to do that on my Note 9 to hear the pings. Not perfect, but it's the best. Awesome, Dave. Appreciate you sharing that with your colleague in the house. Daniel Christopher, how do you do the vents? You don't have to put it on the vents, right? The bottom line is, in any car, you have like a top circulation mode to put hot air on the windows to defog it, right? You have air coming from the mid-range, right, towards you, and then you have the feet, right? Obviously, keep your feet. I put it on the feet sort of mode, and then I circulate that for 30, 60 seconds. That means that the smell is circulating on the bottom and comes up, right? But you can also put a drop or two on your vents and crank it in the middle. The problem there that sometimes it just blows the liquid out. So I prefer putting 1 or 2 or 3 drops on the carpets, left, right, front, and then floor circulation. And it's just the perfect, and it's not overwhelming. Julia Ribeiro. Oi, where are you from, Julia? Share with us. Share with us. London's in the house, the UK. Mandeep Dosanji. I hope I said it correctly. I hope I didn't screw up your last name there. I apologize. Mandeep's in the house. Nice to see you. Thank you. Good to have Mandeep in the house. Folks, Uber is going to start deactivating riders with low ratings. It's about time. Get them out, right? We don't want this riffraff in there that will possibly cause a future problem. RM Zayas, driver, love my car, Nissan Altima SL 2016 because it's always clean. Here's to your car, my friend. Here's to your Nissan. May it stay clean forever. Kenneth, thank you, Van True Dashcams. You're getting my case dismissed. I suggest that's the one I use, Van True N2, and 1 or 2 other ones. I have a lot of dash cam companies trying to send me a lot of their product and say, hey, you've got to make a video. I'm not going to make a video on a product that I don't believe in, especially if you're trying to send me a $60 product and you think I'm going to set my time aside for you and highlight you in a video in my channel for $60. Dream on, buddy. You got to set your limits. You got to set your standards. I usually don't make any videos unless A, I believe in them, B, they work for me, and I get about $500 retail value. Time is money, guys. You got to put a value on your time. And I'm not pimping myself out for $60. Not doing it. Absolutely not doing it. Let's see. Got another booking, which I think I already have a booking on Saturday morning. Ouch. I hate turning clients away. Oh, this is a private booking. This is the owner of Keys of Venice. Keys of Venice. Keys of Venice. Shout out to Keys. The owner just texted me. I don't want to turn the guy down. I have to work on that one. Mr. D in Tucson, Arizona. I love going to Scottsdale. I love going to Sedona. I love going off-roading in Sedona, one of my favorite places, my getaway places. Love Arizona. I've been to Tucson. Done business with people in Tucson. You have a big vending machine operator there. So yeah, I've been to Tucson, great city. Tucson in the house. Greetings, Boston in the house. Andy Carr, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Tommy, if there was a 500 minimum vomit fee by riders, that may make them more responsible. I think it would have scared the crap out of them. Hey, RNC Graffiti Crew, wie geht es dir? Dankeschön, mir geht es wunderbar. Wie geht es dir? I guess you're from Germany, Switzerland or Austria. Do share your city with us, RNC. Aber vielen Dank, dass du dabei bist und dass du in unserem Haus bist. Wir danken dir und participate, my friend, wherever you are, from Austria, Switzerland or Germany. Miami in the house. Miami, welcome to Miami. Miami in the house. Jose Gabriel Carrias. How are you, buddy? Hope you're having a great day. Monches 520. You're a bear down. You of a bear down. I don't know what that means. Jesus, Kenneth, you asked me one more time, I'll definitely won't share it. The den story, a lot of people were dense, but I'll look at it again if I can fit it in, yes. But don't drive me nuts, buddy. Joseph Smith, deactivations doesn't work. They'll just reapply after 6 months. Probably absolutely right, Joseph. They get deactivated, they set up another account, blah, 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 they're back in the game. Lorenzo Davis, just coming in, how long does your rating need to be to get deactivated? Well, as a driver, it's 4.6, and now for a rider, they will send them message after message. Hey, work on your rating, work on your rating. They're going to give them too many. They're going to give them too many chances. Love the goat. I see you took the goatness to a whole new level. Man, here we go. The GOAT, greatest of all time rideshare. Uber is a bad idea. Lyft is just as bad. We need a new company called GOAT. We're going to have the GOAT platform where you guys can participate in. San Pedro in the house, sandwiched between LA and Long Beach. San Pedro, one of the biggest hubs in the United States as far as traffic, ships, containers going out the port in San Pedro, all throughout the United States, one of the biggest ports in the US. Ever been down the 710 freeway, north or south? Majority of them are big trucks, big rigs. Good city, man. Journey with Jordan. No, absolutely not. Not another 4-hour session. What are we on? 57. I'll keep it 1 hour, Jordan, if you want to. Journey with Jordan, I'll keep it an hour. I'll go dark mode in probably 3, 4, 5 minutes. Rich Steinhausen. Hello, California from Chicago. Chicago's in the house. Huge shout out to Rich from Chicago. Nurula Shezai. Aha, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, the goat. Now, you like my goat sound? Yeah. I can do a lot of goat. Listen, guys, the one thing when you grew up in Africa, and my mom has a safari lodge, you learn a lot of animal sounds. Who here wants me to make a few animal sounds for them? I'm not going to do it for myself. If you truly want to hear my animal sounds, I'll share my animal sounds with you. They're actually quite funny. Okay, I need 3 people that want me to do my African animal sounds. You guys are going to have a good laugh. It's good to laugh. Can I do a Dara K sound? Yeah, I can do a Dara K sound. You guys want to hear my Dara K sound? That's the Dara K sound. Anaconda sound. No, I'll give you my horse. The lion. That's the lion. You want to hear my bird? Crocodile sound. Fuck knows what a crocodile is like. Crocodile sound. I love it. Crocodile sound. Giraffe. How do I know? That's the mule. Derek K sound. We're having a bit of fun. We're having a bit of fun. Bushcraft rideshare. I love it. Bushcraft rideshare. I'm going to put that down. Let me. you guys make me happy. Here we go. Bushcraft rideshare. Cool. Art Forks. Love them. Love Art Forks. John Doe, Charlie. Okay, so Joseph Smith wants us to be serious. I'll tell you a secret, Joseph Smith. He says, we should be more serious. The issues we're having as drivers is no joke. So Joseph, I'm good with names, and I see your name in our house for the first time, right? If you were serious every single day, if you were holding on to the hot issues every single day, you'll get burnt and your cellular structure would fall apart. You have to take some time out for humor, right? You have to crack jokes. You have to allow people to make jokes. You got to keep it light. You know, you cannot walk through life too serious. We already cover all the serious issues in this house, Joseph Smith. Go through the last 100 videos. We're very serious, but we also have a lot of fun. And in life, never, ever forget to have fun. Don't take yourself too serious. People notice that. That guy's always so serious, too intense, right? They don't want to be. People like light-hearted people. You got to have fun. You got to oxygenate your cells. You got to be true to yourself. There's got to be a fine balance. Your scales can't be like this all the time, right? There's got to be a level of seriousness and a level of fun, and that's called our house. So when you understand that formula, Joseph, you're welcome to stay, right? But if you want to be hardcore 100% serious, I would kindly ask you to go through the door. But you're welcome to stay. I'm not shunning you off. I'm just saying in this channel, we do have fun. We do. And great jokes are cracked in this. Great jokes are cracked in this house. I've laughed my ass off. LMAO, right? That's the abbreviation the kids use on the text, right? By some of the jokes that have been said in this house, and it's important. It's really, really important to have fun and keep it light. So, and I'm not judging you. I'm just saying, if you want to participate, if you want to come back on the next live stream, expect crazy stuff like this to happen. You know, we do make goat sounds. We do act a little bit crazy at times, but you know, people need to vent. It's not just about driving people all day long down the highway, right? It's too serious. It's a lot of stress on us. You know, huge responsibility driving through traffic all day, keeping people safe. So much stress on our body that you need a moment to shine and release and to let go and breathe, right? Very important. I think that's what GOAT stands for. JJ, the karaoke rideshare driver, how are you? Uber is starting to send a push notification to a rider's cell phone right after they order a ride that says to check the license plate and gives the number and check the photo of the driver. Okay, good. Professor, you should call your channel the Goat Pen. No, I mean, I'm not calling the drivers goats. You know, this has a very specific meaning, right? There are many goats in different industries. Muhammad Ali is definitely the goat of boxing, right? I'd say Tyson is a close second. Greatest of all time boxers, greatest of all time companies, greatest of all time musicians, greatest of all time rock and rollers, greatest of all time reggae artists, greatest of all time CEOs, greatest of all time rideshare drivers. There we go. Kenneth, California Uber style app would be more expensive for drivers and passengers because California is greedy. They do take a huge chunk. You're right about that, Kenneth. They do take a big chunk. But I can tell you that not every Californian is greedy. I'll tell you that. But some of the departments The DMV is extremely greedy. If you look at the DMV rates across the board compared to other states, the DMV is silly. It's just silly what they take. Joseph Smith, Muhammad Ali is the greatest of all time. He was instrumental in the assassination of Malcolm X. To hell with Ali. Joseph, you need to get your facts straight. Go and watch the HBO documentary, actually made by a friend of mine and a client, that Malcolm X was super close to Muhammad Ali, right? And that he was assassinated by an outsider, right? It was Malcolm X and other people that wanted to be associated with Muhammad Ali initially, not the other way around. Muhammad Ali didn't go to these people and say, hey, I want you to be my friends. They all wanted to be part of them, right? But Malcolm X was a fantastic speaker. He was very, very, very good-looking, good speaker, and he got assassinated by outsiders, right? That was not Muhammad Ali's fault. So your facts, my friend, where you coming from, I can already see you're just too serious, you're too intense, and you're not truly about the facts. And there you say, keep your enemies closer. I'm not going to judge you for your lifestyle, but only bring facts to the party. And I ask you truly to go and watch the documentary on Muhammad Ali, right? Here it is. Speaking of him, go and watch the documentary, right? I was there at the opening. What's my name? And you will, when you watch this and actually take the time or pay the money on HBO to watch those two series, you will come back with a whole different statement about Muhammad Ali and a whole new vision on Malcolm X. Your facts are completely screwed up, right? And we welcome facts in this house, not fake facts, not made up stuff. Again, these are opinions, right? Dewey Fisher, yeah, Joseph Smith, you need to lighten up, dude. Seriously, take a chill pill. Yeah, I need to buy you a couple of pills because you truly, or if you want a couple of joints, I'll sponsor them. Joe drives in Zimbabwe. Oh, Zimbabwe, yeah, Robert Mugabe, dictator. I'm not watching the oppressor's media. Okay, well, we're going south on this conversation. So stick to rideshare, please, Joseph. No more wild statements here. We're staying on the topic rideshare. If you want to contribute on rideshare, Joseph, you're welcome to stay in the house, okay? Case closed. I've said my part. John Doe, where do you drive? Joe? We're not attacking and singling you out, right? You're welcome in this house, but stay on topic, dude. And don't come up with just wild facts and your wild opinions, right? Just keep it here, keep it positive. Journey with Jordan. There we go. Thank you so much. You just said it right there. Keep it positive, keep it creative. That's what we're about, right? I can truly say for 99.9% of those people in our house that come in, go out, anytime they wish, right? Email, text, anytime they wish. They keep it positive. And they have a ton of creativity to contribute and a ton of good ideas. That's truly what we represent here. That's truly what my colleagues like Dustin, Harry, and all of that represent, right? Is that we collectively, we bring value to the rideshare industry. Not pie in the sky, fictitious, made up BS. I'm sorry. Tavo L'Oreal, I wanted to ask you, Professor, happened to be a customer assaulted. I wanted to ask you, Professor, happened to you, a customer assaulted you, what would you have done? Tavo, I, as a teenager in South Africa, had a couple of cars pull me over, and I was in a red sports car, and they thought it was someone else. So they misidentified me, and I got a beating through the window. Understand that I've grown up with boxes all my life, at school, since a kid. my friends ran a boxing gym. Their father, Kwesi Smith, was fought for the world championship. I was always surrounded with some boxers, so I had good fighting techniques in that, and I knew at that moment I was in my car, was a little convertible. I was a sitting duck. I was being pounded from the outside, and it sat with me that I'll never ever, although I could fight back because I knew how to fight, but I was sitting in a seat buckled in, and I would never put myself in that situation again. And since then, I've never been in that situation. Either remove myself from a problem, right? Or I approach it differently. But I do not stay in a car and set myself up for a problem. I will not turn around and say to a passenger, if you disrespect me, I'm switching off. Right then, you're going on attack mode. No, you switch off right away and you get out. Right? You take the initiative. You don't warn or tell the person what you're gonna do, right? Because then they react and they get pissed. Oh, really? You think so? I'm paying for the trip. See the reaction of the rider? No, the way you react to a problem is you pull over, stop, get out, and say, buddy, out the car, out. That's it. It's over. And get the public involved. And I'm calling 911 right now. Here it is. Here's my phone. They get scared. They want to leave. They want to get the F out there. And you're being recorded. So call them on it, right? Don't set yourself up for that. That thing yesterday should not have. That guy should have not followed the instructions by some druggie who tells him speed through the traffic, take that whole, go around the outside, get me there, get me there. You are not an ambulance service, my friends. You're not. I'm sorry. The drug addict started punching him before he stopped the car. Correct. Exactly. But understand one thing, Journey with Jordan, that the conversation in the car, play the recording again, is that he's telling him, hey, I'm feeling ill, drive faster, drive fast. And what the guy did, he started driving fast. He was following this drug addict's directions, right? He was following the drug addict's directions. Mistake number one. I'm not going to break the law because some guy in the back tells me, hey, I need to get there. So, dude, you need to get yourself an ambulance, or we need to call the police. We need to get you to hospital. You stop it, right? But he started breaking the law, speeding. Then the guy's like, still, you could have gone through there. You could have gone around the outside. That's your second problem, right? Now you're engaging. Hey, I will switch you off if you disrespect me. So you see where I'm coming from, right? That's my answer to that, Journey with Jordan. Should never, ever have escalated to that point. Yeah, John Doe, you're right. The second the guy got in the car, that trip was not worth it. That was a problem waiting to happen, right? Where, you know, if the guy didn't have any stab wounds or bullet wounds where you like, you know, maybe try and help him out as fast as possible and call 911. No, the guy was so high and drugged up. You could see he fell down and was sleeping on her. Even they were on drugs or meths or whatever they were on, right? Do you really want to walk into that problem? I don't think so. Uber, how are you today, my friend? Exactly. This is also why we deserve a 75-25 ratio pay. We're the ones, here he just said it, Uber just said it. We're the ones out there, right? So majority should be coming our way. You know, they're not putting out the fires. We're facing the fires. We're facing the fires. We should be paid more. It's like danger pay, right? You go into certain areas, you get danger pay, don't you? Right? You get danger pay, period. And so Journey Jordan says, good point. He gave the drug addict too much power. Exactly. He gave him way too much power. Right? He should have pulled over and not taken any orders. Do you want to sit in the car? Do you want to be the sitting duck, or do you want to be outside the car? It takes 2 seconds. Brake, pull over, get out. 2 seconds and you're out. Get out my car. Tava L'Oreal, thank you, my friend. Right? So yeah, you're 100% right in saying that. Journey with Jordan. He gave the drug addict too much power. Exactly. Who's in control here? You are, the driver, not they. They're not in control. Just because they think they're paying for their trip, they're not in control. You're at the steering wheel. You can steer that you can steer that car off the bridge if you wanted to. You're in control, right? So that's got to be the attitude here. Thank you, Tavo, L'Oreal, appreciate you. Papi Chulo, Narco Man. Exactly, Narco Man, exactly. Narco, he was the Narco Man. So Johnny Salian, Torsten, what do you think about the points reward system? Please, you probably haven't seen my live videos, the last two. Johnny, the answer is it's BS. It's not the Olympic Games of gold medals. There's no gold medals, no platinum level medals, no bronze levels, no diamond levels. We're all pro drivers. Uber is just using that psychology to draw you in, right? To draw you into gold. You got to work more. You got to make diamond. You got to work more. You're going to make platinum. So if you understand the psychology, Johnny, of their reward system, and there are truly no rewards. Those rewards, you get better gas prices at Costco. There is nothing there that is truly rewarding you. They say, well, you're going to get discounts from mechanics if you go to whatever Pet Boys or AutoZone. Those are the most expensive anyway. You've got to find your own private mechanic where you get the best price. There are absolutely no rewards in that program. The only little benefit I see there is for those people who are students who might get free college tuition because they're driving around the clock. Again, but you cannot be suckered into a psychology of 600 points, 1,200 points, 1,800 points, right? That's for the people going every 4 years to the World Cup soccer, to the World Cup, to the Olympic Games. That's for them, right? We're already the pros of all time. We're all pros. So to try and play us up against each other, oh, you're a gold, you're a platinum, you're a diamond. It's all bullshit. Our perceived value and how drivers react. It's a test, exactly. It's a test. Sorry, that was the long answer, Johnny. I could have probably said it in 30 seconds. Guys, got a long day ahead. Been in the house for hour 15. I appreciate you guys. I need 50 thumbs up and I'm out of here. Got a lot to do. Also meeting with the techie team, right? That's working on the new project. So 50 thumbs up. JJ Karaoke Rideshare, is your new company going to be nationwide? I'm going to tell you something. The answer, it's not my new company. I am helping putting this together for the drivers, for the public. The drivers will take care of the public. It is going to be nationwide, and we're also going to go international. There's just tweaking the current system and making it better. Tweaking the ridiculous split and making it better so that people actually make some money. I got 50 there. John Doe gave me a huge amount. Look at that, guys. That's the frequency we're setting today. Check that out. Nice and colorful. Beautiful. I appreciate you guys. You know, we do know more. Uber, we do know more because we're on the street doing the work. We do know more than these guys up there. They're just pretending this is a lab. You can experiment, but they're not on the street. They're not doing the work. They don't, except for that one guy that I highlighted the other day, Daniel Danker, who did 96 trips. My question is, why didn't they all do 96 trips 5-6 years ago? Why now? Because we're calling them on it. We're calling them on their BS, right? But they don't understand street level. They never will unless they get out there and do 100, 200 trips. So how can you start respecting people that assign themselves $40 million salaries and just shoot their shit and are not on the street trying to really understand the business that they are apparently governing and just believe in this top to bottom hierarchy? Doesn't work that way, guys. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Those companies will never, ever be successful if it's based on greed and misunderstanding the workforce. You'll never, ever be successful. Like, share, that's how we grow. Like, share, that's how we grow. Our house in the middle of the street. Our house, that is where we used to eat. Our house is a castle and a treat. Okay, my friends, I had a good session with you guys. I had a lot of fun. We kept We even made some crazy animal noises. I can't believe that I'm live out there making animal noises, but that's who we are, right? We keep it lighthearted, not too serious. Exactly. Boost our house in the algo. I like it. Whoop, 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 whoop. South Coast, baby. Celestino Garza, 4.95. Always work hard at it. And we appreciate you. And you are 100% worthy, my friend. And we honor your 4.95. I can sense you're a hard worker. Should be proud of yourself, buddy. That's great. We're 100% behind you, Celestino. Lorenzo Davis, can you do a hyena laugh? Geez, that's probably the most difficult one, the hyena laugh. I can't do it. Just like I can't sing in the shower. 4.98 in CT. Here we go. I like it when people proudly stand up about their ratings. I think that's cool. And I just say that I think the higher the ratings, the higher tips you're getting. That's just throwing that out there at the end. 5-star stream, 5-star participators, 5-star house members, 5-star drivers. We're all 5-star drivers. I can tell you, I know that the people in this house are all of the highest category and of the highest level. And none of you, not Journey, not Uber, not Hector, not Mario, not Kenneth, you don't need medals. You don't need a gold medal, a diamond medal, and a platinum medal. No. We've all already won at the Olympic Games of rideshare driving. We've already all got our gold medals. You don't have to put us into categories, Mr. Uber or Mr. Lyft. That's being disrespectful. You're going to try and pre-brand us. Anybody seen John Wick? Crazy movie. 95% of the time, him just hunting, taking down people. He got branded. We don't get branded. David W, 4.97 after 3.5 years. Shout out to David. Hector, that's right. Yep, you are right, Hector. Okay. I'm actually branded. You can be branded with tattoos. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, not like branded where you belong to some cult, right? Like, okay, we are the ABC cult and we now brand you. We are the Uber CEOs and we brand you gold. And we are the Lyft branding operators and we give you a platinum. BS. Oh yeah, that was an intense scene. Lorenzo Davis, Wick had to lose his finger to show his loyalty. Okay, where's a knife, my friends? Anybody have a knife? We'll have to show the loyalty. Right? Finger's supposed to come off, right? In John Wick. Here's my loyalty, Dara K. My finger. Cigar cutter. Passing up pool rides. Good for you, 78. This red room. Hamid. 4.67, I believe. Roberto, 45, I've worked for other companies and they would have give gifts and always disliked it because they want to give appreciation, simply give a bonus, allow, yeah, money talks, bullshit walks. You don't have to give gifts, cookies, donuts, bullshit. Dineros, dollars, euros, pounds, rubles. This stuff. Don't give us gifts. I don't want gifts. Don't need jackets. We don't need rings. We don't need medals. Show us the money! Uber and Lyft. Show us the money, baby. No, there's no gold cult. No gold cult. You guys are funny, dude. You guys are funny. It's not the goat cult. We're not starting any cult. I guarantee you we're not starting. We're just going to be a goat platform. Greatest of all time rideshare drivers platform. But we want money. That's what we want. We don't want cookies. We don't want ice cream. We don't want anything else. No gifts. Just gift our bank accounts. Right? Things are happening. I mean, things are changing. So, I think most of us will transfer away from Uber or Lyft. Most of us will migrate away. Most of us will hand in our divorce papers at some point, right? There's only so much abuse you can take, right? There's only so much you can truly take before you say enough's enough, right? And I'm just saying it's just not making any economic sense in UberX right now. There's other categories where you can still make money. So 4.99, but went from 4.94 to 4.91 in the course of 3 vacationing college rides. Yep. Couple of bad dings, and you got to work your way up. It's frustrating. Very, very frustrating. Very well said. They want dependence. The way the psychology of those reward programs are set up, they want you psychologically to depend on them, right? We're bigger than that. We're greater than that. We don't need that. We know we don't need that dependency. We're independent. The people in this house are independent. Independent thinkers, independent operators, independent achievers. We are not dependent on Uber and Lyft. Yep. Living in cars or RVs on side of streets to survive, getting old for some drivers, says Uber. Yeah, shouldn't do that. Shouldn't do that. If that's how you're making ends meet, I beg you to stop, really. But if you have no option, and this is your last option, you have to sleep in the car, you got to get up and drive. I understand, and I respect that. If it's truly what you have to do to make ends meet, or to pay spousal support, or to pay child support, whatever it is, and you got to hustle and work, I respect that. I really do. I'm reading through all the message. I think there was a lot of good stuff out there. Guys contributed a lot of good stuff today. And I wish you a great day. You guys need to rock and roll. I need to rock and roll. Got the kids to pick up. Got a couple of trips to do. And I got to reconnect with that techie team. They want me to look at 3 different platforms and make me decide which platform we're going to use to collaborate and bring us together. Anybody want to contribute on that? There are different social platforms. There are different forums. So we've whittled it down to 3 different ones. I'm going to review them this afternoon, but we have to have something where we can be unified and organized, right? And that's like where the rideshare united gig workers have to work a little bit better and a little bit more organized. If you're going to go out and do this, if you're going to go out and make a change, if you're going to go up and out and stand up for the drivers, you got to do it in an organized fashion. So you have software out there, you have platforms out there that can bring people together, where they register, where they have announcements, where they participate, where they take polls. So if any of you think, hey, I love this platform, or check out this platform, I'm looking to look at 3 platforms this afternoon that integrate online, the computer, as well as the app, right? Where you can do your functionality on the phone or check in on your computer at the end of the day. I'm sure many of you actually jump in front of a live computer, a laptop, or a tablet, or in the car, or you might conduct all your activities on a smartphone, right? But this has to be a platform where both work well. So Tangaholic, RX Mad, you here for the first time, I recognize you. You're a child. You'll stay a child until you start growing up. That type of language does not fly. The Royal 3 flushes, first toilet flush, whoosh, second toilet flush, whoosh, third toilet flush, whoosh. Goodbye, Tangaholic. Grow up, my friend. Time out. Not time out. We just kicked him out. We flushed him out. Lorenzo Davis, can we buy shares into your new company? Again, it's not my new company. We are going to grow this together, and there are different levels on the 4th of July how people can participate. And yes, you know, any company that has a startup company, right? You know, there's many fundraising platforms, right, to get companies off the ground. You review it, you see if this company has potential, you see who's steering that company, and then, you know, you can put in a little. You don't have to put in much, but just like you have the option of buying, let's say, 2 stocks for $75 each or $50 each. You have the option of buying 2 stocks for $100 or $150 that might be worth tenfold later, right? Had you invested into certain companies 10, 15 years ago, you'd be smiling all the way. So if you believe in it, I do believe in it. I'm participating in it. I'm already putting a lot of my money out of pocket for it, right? So yeah, there'll be many, many ways to participate, right? I can tell you, and again, it's probably a spoiler alert, and I don't think that my techie team would be too upset if I say this, but come the 4th of July, when we are pushing for independency on a new company, a shout out, right, in a video or in this new list, like where people are, like a shout out, where you get recognition, starts at $5, right? The entry level is at $5. But are we going to go out there and introduce like an MLM multi-level marketing platform like Trip, where we're going to take a lot of money up front and there's a lot of promises and no deliveries? No, I just cannot do that. I just cannot do that, right? But that's not how this new company will be formed, on some sort of Ponzi scheme, MLM scheme. Not going to happen, right? It's like companies, how they start up. You're going to have a certain amount of shares. You're going to have an opportunity to have a shot at that. And then you can participate and help grow and get involved on so many levels. There's tons of levels. I think there'll be like 4 or 5 levels of participation on the 4th of July. But prior to the 4th of July, I will say we will launch a platform where we can all enroll. And I will call upon all my YouTube friends, the troops, you, just to share so that we can make noise, so that they can hear us loud and clear. We're coming for them, right? That's the most important. And I will pay for media, press releases, PR buzz, PR web, to get the word out and hopefully have a lot of newspapers and online channels and bloggers run with our story about a company that was created by drivers for the public, where we, the drivers, have the power to make the decisions, not how we are told by $40 million salary people how to conduct our business. Doesn't work that way. What's the best car ever, Rob Winninger? Please share with me. Oh, the 2018 Accord, beautiful car. 1.5, yeah. Beautiful car. Great all-round car. Yeah, and you know, when we enroll, like for example, you guys know, remember the days of MySpace, when this all started, MySpace, and you created your own little space and it was intended sort of for events and gigs and music events. That's what it started with. I met Tom. He had his office down on 2nd Street in Santa Monica, right next to the building. I met him a couple of times. I had lunch with him. He ended up making, I think, $700 or $900 million. He sold the company to Rupert Murdoch. I remember that. News media. MySpace phased out. Facebook came along. I think Justin Timberlake and a couple of people actually ended up buying MySpace for about $35 million, right? You don't hear anything about MySpace, but MySpace was a pioneer in the day. Today, when you have like a company like Facebook, which is over 1 billion registered users worldwide, way over that, right? You have the ability to invite in people. You have the ability to share. So these are 2 key instrumental functions that a new rideshare platform that is supposed to consolidate drivers, where you register, you share, you invite, say, hey, let's collectively make this happen. I would like to see that type of platform from gig workers. I'd like to see that type of platform from Rideshare United that are organizing strikes here and there and fighting for the rights of the drivers. They've got to be a little bit more organized, have more organized platforms. I'm not going to go and venture out into that ocean out there, the 7 seas, right? I'm not going to go and venture into that territory until we have a platform that can consolidate us and bring us together, where we can participate, where we can share, where we heard, where we can take polls, where we can decide on names. So you truly, truly understand the value that it's a collective effort. It's not just one guy shooting his crap from the top like Dara K and another 1 or 2 guys. This is the way, this is what we're going to do. We're going to spend X million dollars on 180 days of change. Did you guys see 180 days of change? I saw 180 days of disaster, right? I saw 180 days of trying to find ways to take more money away from us. That was not 180 days of positive change. I'm sorry. It was 180 creative ways to take our money from us, right? Do you guys agree that it should have been called 180 creative Uber ways to take more money away from the drivers? I did not see, and I can honestly say this, I did not see 180 days of positive change. I didn't. Look where we are today. Nice, well said. 180 days of shame. Executives, you reading this? Board of directors, this is 180 days of shaming us. Shameful on you to try and shame us. We're not that stupid. We're actually intelligent, greatest of all time drivers, and we don't buy into that psychology. We say no. You're setting up a scenario with us where you say you win, we lose. We don't. We say no, right? If you can show us a win-win situation, you win, I win, we'll engage. We'll show up at the party. We'll sit at the table. We're ready. But not this you win, I lose. Forget about it. I've had it. I've absolutely had it. 180 days of stealing. 180 ways to steal. Thank you. This is how drivers are thinking about the corporate companies, right? And this is not, this is not a dark channel. This is a realistic channel. We're talking about realistic goals we're trying to achieve, about realistic things, about real things. We're not a dark channel attacking the company. We're just holding up the mirror to the company and saying, look at yourself. Look at what you're doing, Uber. Look at what you're doing, Lyft. You think that's right? No. We, the drivers, are holding up the mirror to these people to show them who they truly are, that they don't care a rat, that they don't care a continental F about their drivers. This is how to extract in 180 days, how much blood can the vampire extract from the driver? It's wrong. If you think you're going to come to us today as educated, as smart, as streetwise as we drivers are, and you're going to say, hey, how can I win and how can the driver lose? Sorry, no game, not participating. Sorry. Yeah, luba duba duba. Which is also true, Vinny Kaz. Vinny Kaz says they will suck out as much blood as the riders will, as the drivers will let them. Which is a true statement, but can you already see the change? Can you already see the rebellion starting to take place, right? Tavo L'Oreal, the name for the new company, Drive Me. I'll write that down. We should put that in the. Put that in the suggestion list. It's helped him get laid many times. Is that what Travis Kalanick said? Good for him. Alrighty, I've just gone through all those messages, read. Great input. My friends, this is the sign. You know, I always follow a cue. Screen went dark on me a couple of times already. It's time for me to be a father, go and get the kids. And I wish you a fantastic Wednesday, my friends. I hope you have a good one. You have about, 11 and a half hours left of this Wednesday. Go out and enjoy them. Go out, make some money. Go do something special. Go work on a project that you wanted to get going. Go work on your social media. Go work on your YouTube channel. Get creative. Use the day to be creative. Maybe take a magazine or a book. Maybe chill out. Maybe go down to the swimming pool if it's hot enough. Maybe take a dip in the ocean. Whatever you do today, do it well, have fun, and I'll see you next time. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you.